Hey, what's up? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, I don't know if you've been keeping up with like the trends or whatever, but everybody and their mother is doing the video being like a VSCO girl. Super popular video. I am not going to be doing that.
But
in those videos, everybody seems to be wearing friendship bracelets.
I love friendship bracelets.
I remember last summer I had this friendship bracelet that I literally wore for months and months and months, and then it kind of started to smell weird
because I would like wear it in the shower.
So I had to cut it off, and then
I never got to wear it again.
So I decided that today I'm going to
be making friendship bracelets.
And the bonus is that I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm making them and how you can make them. So if you ever wanted to be a VSCO girl
or whatever it's called,
you can do that. For this bracelet, I decided that I wanted to use beads, so I just picked out some blue and white beads that I thought would look good with it. I also decided that I wanted to make a phrase for this bracelet, so I'm picking out all the letters for that phrase. Comment down below if you can guess what phrase I'm going to be using. Okay, I chose good vibes. If you guessed right, I owe you $1 million. Okay, so next you're going to be picking out 2 different colored strings. I chose to do white and blue, and all you're going to do is measure it out with your arm. You will need 2 of each color for a total of 4 strings. Tie all of your strings in a knot at the top. It doesn't matter what kind of knot you have, you just have to make sure all of the string is secure. I just used tape to make sure the strings are not going to fly away on the table. So for this bracelet, all you have to do is divide each of the colors into their own separate pile. And to start this one, I just ended up doing a basic braid until I got about 1 inch of braid. And then once you are done with the braid, you're just going to tie it in a knot at the bottom. I did a double knot just in case. So for the actual pattern of the bracelet, I'm making these knots. You just are going to make a 4, cross under, and then pull up. Next, you're going to be dividing the strings into 3 different piles, and the middle pile is going to have 2 strings, and the other piles are only going to have 1 string. You're going to place the beads into the middle string and then do the same knot on each side of the right and left string. With the letter beads, you could do the same exact thing that you did with the other beads, but my beads were just a little bit too small to get 2 strings through, so I ended up only putting it through 1 string. So I basically just finished adding the letters in the phrase good vibes until I had it all on the string. Once you have all of your beads on the strings, you're going to tie off the middle string and the other middle string that you were supposed to use before. You can finish off the pattern by adding the other blue and white beads to the end of it and tying it off at the bottom. I did end up cutting the other loose strings off in the middle because they just looked really bad. And this is the final bracelet. So for the next bracelet, you're going to start off by doing the same thing, measuring out whatever colored strings you want. For this one, I ended up using 3 different colors. And you should measure out 2 strings for each color. So you're going to tie a knot just like you did with the other one and tape it down onto the table. Once you've grouped your string into piles of the same color, you're going to do the same 4-shaped knot, except this time you're going to take an entire group of the same color and cross it over all of the other strings of all the different colors, and then pull up just like you did before. I think I did about 5 knots before I switched colors, and basically just to switch colors you just have to section out the next color that you want and do the exact same thing that you were doing with the previous color. You're going to start to see this kind of spiral shape going down each color. Once you get to the end of the bracelet, you're just going to tie off a knot at the end so that it's completed. So here is the final bracelet. I think the spirals are super cool and awesome. For the next bracelet, you're going to need to measure out 5 different colored strings using 2 of each color. Once you've chosen your colors, you're going to tie it in a knot and then tape it down to the table again. So this bracelet is basically just a 5-stranded braid. You're going to take the first piece all the way to the left, go over the second piece and under the third piece, and then you're going to repeat the pattern, so go over the fourth piece and under the fifth piece. And then taking the next piece, you're basically going to do the same exact pattern going the opposite way. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to start to see this braid forming, and you just continue doing that same exact pattern until you get to the end of the string. Once you're at the end, you're going to tie it all off in a knot, and that's your bracelet. This is the final bracelet. I know it's not perfect. I'm sure you could do a lot better than I could, but this is just to give you guys an idea. For the fourth bracelet, you're going to need 3 different colored strings. Measure out all the strings with your arm so that there are 2 strings per color. Tie it off in a knot and then tape it onto the table just like you did before. Then you're going to want to section off each individual string. So starting with the string all the way to the left, you're going to create that 4 and then pull it up to make the knot. For each string, I made 2 knots just to make it a little bit more secure. And then with that same string, you're going to go through each of the other strings until you reach the end. Eventually, you're going to see this diagonal striped pattern form in your bracelet. I'm using the same colored beads as the string, so all you have to do is fold the string in half, twist it, and then the bead will slide on pretty easily. Once you have all the beads on, you can continue with the pattern on the other side. And then finally, once you get to the bottom of the design, you're just going to tie it off in a knot and secure it. Here is the fourth bracelet. Hopefully I'm giving you all VSCO vibes in this with all my bracelets. Okay guys, that is the end of the video. Here are the bracelets. My favorite one is the yellow and pink one. All the other ones,
They're okay.
I don't know. If you try these, I hope you do better than I did because some of mine are not that great. But if you liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!